Europe's greatest cities captivate with world-famous landmarks. But beyond their familiar facades lie hidden quarters and unexpected marvels waiting to be discovered. In 2025, European travel continues to evolve, balancing iconic experiences with growing interest in authenticity, local culture, and quieter alternatives. In this video, we showcase 10 of Europe's most beautiful cities, known for their architectural beauty, historic landmarks, cultural richness, and scenic settings, each offering a well-rounded mix of signature attractions and lesser-known highlights. We begin in the southwest corner of Europe, Lisbon, Portugal's capital. This vibrant, historic, and scenic city blends old-world charm with contemporary appeal. Situated on the north bank of the Tagus River, Lisbon stretches across 7 hills, offering sweeping viewpoints over red-tiled rooftops, church domes, and distant river bends. At its heart lies Alfama, one of Europe's oldest continuously inhabited quarters. Here narrow alleys twist past Moorish walls, medieval churches, and tiled facades that echo Lisbon's seafaring legacy. The city's architectural identity stretches from the Gothic ruins of the Carmo convent to the grandeur of Geronimo's monastery, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Yet Lisbon is far from frozen in time. Along the revitalized Park of Nations, bold contemporary design and riverside promenades reflect a dynamic youthful side. Downtown Lisbon comes alive after dark, buzzing with music venues, literary cafes, and a thriving creative scene. The city's compact scale and walkable layout, combined with its network of trams and ferries, makes it easy to navigate and well-suited to unhurried exploration. From the historic landmarks of Belém to panoramic viewpoints over the Tagus, Lisbon offers a well-rounded mix of experiences and sights, making it a compelling destination for all kinds of travelers. We move east to Central Europe, home to the Czech Republic's capital, Prague, a city shaped by 1,000 years of architectural and political history. Known as the City of 100 Spires, Prague is defined by its Gothic churches, Baroque palaces, medieval bridges, and Art Nouveau facades, all remarkably preserved across its walkable historic core. At the heart of the city lies Old Town Square, anchored by the 15th century astronomical clock and flanked by pastel-colored buildings with intricate ornamentation. Just across the Vltava River is Prague Castle, a UNESCO World Heritage Site dating back to the 9th century. One of the largest ancient castle complexes in the world, it overlooks the city from a strategic hillside and reflects centuries of Romanesque, Gothic, and Renaissance design. The Charles Bridge, built in the 14th century, connects these two sides of the city and remains one of Prague's most iconic landmarks, lined with statues and bustling with street performers and local artisans. Beyond the major landmarks, neighborhoods like Mala Strana and Vinohrady offer quieter charm. Here, cobbled alleys, leafy courtyards, and traditional beer halls reflect Prague's layered identity. Equal parts imperial grandeur, literary tradition, and post-communist revival. Compact and well-connected, Prague is easy to explore on foot or via an efficient metro system. The city balances stunning views with an immersive cultural landscape that continues to evolve while staying rooted in its deep historical legacy. Heading southwest, we arrive in Bordeaux, a city long celebrated for its wine, but equally notable for its architectural harmony, riverfront revival, and cultural sophistication. Set along the Garonne River in southwestern France, Bordeaux combines 18th-century elegance with a forward-looking urban spirit. The historic city center, recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, showcases one of the largest collections of neoclassical architecture in Europe. Stock Exchange Square and its mirrored water feature offer a striking visual centerpiece along the riverfront. Beyond its architectural rhythm, Bordeaux has redefined itself through urban renewal. The transformation of the Garonne's quays into pedestrian-friendly promenades has reconnected the city to its river, now home to green spaces, art installations, and a thriving café culture. On the right bank, a former submarine base now hosts large-scale cultural exhibitions, while the Darwin ecosystem, a repurposed military barracks, has become a hub for art, innovation, and sustainable urban projects. Cultural depth runs deep here. The Cité du Vin explores global wine traditions through immersive exhibits, while the city's museums, from the Musée d'Aquitaine to the Bordeaux Museum of Contemporary Art, reflect Bordeaux's layered past and present. Compact and well-connected by tram and bicycle, Bordeaux is easy to explore at a relaxed pace. The city blends architectural elegance with a contemporary rhythm, rooted in tradition yet shaped by ongoing innovation. We continue northeast to the Baltic coast, arriving in Tallinn, the capital of Estonia and one of Europe's best-preserved medieval cities. Situated along the Gulf of Finland, Tallinn combines a UNESCO-listed old town with a growing reputation as a digital and design-forward capital. At its core is the walled medieval center, encircled by 14th-century walls, where cobbled lanes wind through Gothic spires, merchant houses, and fortified gates. The city's layered past, marked by Danish, Swedish, German, and Russian rule, can be read in its architecture, from the 13th century Tumpia Castle to the domed towers of Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. Tallinn's compact layout encourages exploration on foot, with panoramic viewpoints such as Katuatsa and Pakkali offering sweeping views over the red rooftops, church towers, and nearby Baltic Sea. The Town Hall Square, Europe's oldest Gothic guild hall, thrums with seasonal markets. Yet just beyond the historic core lies a more contemporary narrative. In the Kalamaja district, wooden cottages exemplify 19th-century charm. The former industrial district has transformed into a creative hub, home to repurposed warehouses, independent shops, and Teleskivi Creative City, a cluster of design studios, galleries, and cafes. Moving southeast into southern Poland, we arrive in Krakow, a city of deep historical roots and vibrant academic life. Once the royal capital of Poland, Krakow today blends architectural richness with a youthful energy shaped by its university culture and creative art scene. In the heart of the city is Europe's largest medieval market square. Surrounded by Renaissance townhouses and arcaded galleries, it is anchored by landmarks such as St. Mary's Basilica and the 13th century Cloth Hall. The nearby Wawel Castle, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, crowns a limestone hill above the Vistula River, representing centuries of Polish monarchy and national symbolism. Beyond its old town, Krakow's character reveals deeper layers. The Kazimierz district, formerly a separate town and historically the center of Jewish life in Krakow, is today a neighborhood known for its preserved synagogues, contemporary art spaces, and local cafes. Krakow also provides access to poignant sites of remembrance, including Oskar Schindler's factory and the nearby Auschwitz-Birkenau Memorial, a reminder of the region's 20th century history. Compact and easily navigable, the city supports slow-paced discovery, whether through leafy boulevards, riverside paths, or seasonal festivals celebrating literature, film, and classical music. Its combination of well-preserved architecture, significant historical landmarks, and active cultural scene. We now move to the southwestern Balkans, to Montenegro's coastal edge, where the town of Cotor lies at the end of the Bay of Cotor. Surrounded by steep limestone cliffs and calm Adriatic waters, this historic settlement combines natural grandeur with centuries of maritime heritage. At its center is Cotor's Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site enclosed by well-preserved medieval walls that climb the hillside. Inside, narrow stone alleys lead past Romanesque churches, shaded courtyards, and Venetian-era palaces, tracing the town's role in Adriatic trade networks. The San Giovanni Fortress offers wide views of the bay and surrounding mountains. The defensive walls extend over 4 kilometers, forming one of the most intact fortification systems on the Adriatic coast. Though Cotor receives seasonal cruise traffic, it maintains a quiet rhythm, especially beyond the summer peak. Nearby villages like Perest and Dobroda add to the region's appeal with their waterfront promenades, historic chapel, and slower-paced atmosphere. Compact and walkable, Cotor blends architectural depth with one of Southern Europe's most scenic natural settings. We head back into Central Europe, this time to Austria's capital, Vienna. Set along the banks of the Danube, The city has long served as a crossroads of imperial power, music, and design. Its built environment reflects centuries of rule by the Habsburg monarchy, with layers of Baroque, neoclassical, and Art Nouveau architecture shaping the urban core. The historic center of Vienna, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, includes major landmarks such as St. Stephen's Cathedral, the Hofburg Palace, and the Ringstrasse, a 19th-century boulevard encircling the Old City and lined with grand museums and state buildings. Vienna's cultural landscape remains strongly defined by the arts and music. From the Vienna State Opera to concert halls dedicated to composers like Mozart and Beethoven, the city has preserved its artistic heritage while cultivating a vibrant contemporary scene. Outside the traditional center, neighborhoods like Neubau and Leopoldstadt offer a more current perspective, home to design studios, food markets, and independent galleries. Large green spaces, such as the Prater Park and Schönbrunn Gardens, add to the city's livability and visual charm. Efficient public transport, walkability, and a blend of imperial legacy with modern functionality make Vienna a consistently high-ranked European capital. We now arrive in Scandinavia, Denmark's capital, Copenhagen. This coastal city combines Nordic design sensibility with maritime heritage and a strong focus on sustainable urban living. Copenhagen's historic heart features cobbled squares, copper-spired churches, and 17th-century merchant houses along canals. The city's royal axis connects landmarks like Amalienborg Palace, Rosenborg Castle, and the Round Tower, preserved within a compact and pedestrian-friendly layout. Along the waterfront, Nyhaven's colorful facades and wooden ships remain one of Copenhagen's most recognizable sights. Yet the city continues to innovate. The redeveloped Nordhavn district showcases climate-smart architecture, while the meatpacking district has become a hub for art, dining, and nightlife. Copenhagen's blend of heritage and functionality is evident in its cycling culture, green spaces, and civic institutions. Whether exploring medieval alleyways or modern harbor baths, Copenhagen presents a cityscape shaped by design, livability, and historical continuity. We now move to southern Spain, into the heart of Andalusia, where Seville offers a vibrant mix of Moorish heritage, Gothic architecture, and lively cultural traditions. At its center stands the Seville Cathedral, one of the largest in the world and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, alongside the iconic La Giralda Tower, originally built as a minaret during the Almohad period. Nearby, the Alcazar of Seville blends Islamic, Mudejar, Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque styles, making it one of Europe's most architecturally diverse palaces. Seville's historic core is a maze of narrow streets, orange trees, and shaded plazas. The Santa Cruz quarter retains a sense of its medieval past. Across the river, the district of Triana is historically linked to flamenco traditions and ceramic craftsmanship. Modern landmarks include the Metropole Parasol, also known as Las Citas, a contemporary wooden structure offering panoramic views of the old town. With its walkability, shaded courtyards, and vibrant street life, Seville offers an immersive experience rooted in centuries of layered history. We conclude in northwestern Europe, in the Flemish region of Belgium. Often overshadowed by its more visited neighbors, Ghent quietly ranks among Europe's most captivating smaller cities, where medieval grandeur, artistic heritage, and modern vibrancy intersect. The historic center is defined by its canals, guild halls, and cobbled lanes. Anchored by three medieval towers, St. Nicholas Church, the Belfry of Ghent, and St. Bavo's Cathedral, home to the world-famous adoration of the mystic Lamb altarpiece. Gravenstein Castle, a 12th-century fortress surrounded by a moat, offers a rare example of urban medieval military architecture in remarkably intact form. Yet beyond the Gothic facades, Ghent also embraces a contemporary pulse. Its university population contributes to a lively art scene, with independent galleries, cafes, and cultural events throughout the year. The former industrial quarter of Doek Noord has been repurposed into a creative hub, while areas like Patershal offer a quieter atmosphere with narrow lanes and historic homes. Ghent's commitment to sustainability is notable too, with an extensive cycling network and a pioneering car-free city center. Compact, bike-friendly, and rich in cultural layers, Ghent balances heritage with innovation, rewarding travelers who take the time to look beyond Belgium's more well-known destinations. In 2025, Europe's cities continue to stand out not only for their cultural and historical depth, but for their striking visual character, from harmonious skylines and waterfronts to ornate architecture and well-preserved quarters. Each destination featured in this guide offers a distinctive expression of urban beauty, shaped by time, geography, and design. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.